Hello, this is Catherine Cassidy of YouStyled, and I'm so excited to have you here today for the fifth key to building a wardrobe you love. We've had some technical difficulties trying to get here today, so thank you so much for bearing with me. The bottom line is we will have the video available for you to view at your own convenience anyways, and there were some questions emailed in, so we will get to answer some live Q&A, even though the questioner is not live. Excuse me. So anyways, we are here today because you have been watching the Build a Wardrobe You Love email series. You've gone through the first 4 keys, first being visibility, the second being defining your purpose, the third being laying the foundation, the fourth, defining your style, and today, the 5th key, evolving your style, because you are always evolving. So let's get into the content of what this means for you, the fact that you're always evolving. I think the first thing is just awareness, because your style is an outward expression of your inner self. So as you evolve personally and professionally, so does your style. And a lot of people don't realize that. So some pieces you'll have for a lifetime, some you'll have for 3 to 5 years and then find a good home for them. Most pieces will simply be worn differently as you evolve. So it's not that, you know, the black pants that you've had for 10 years, you're maybe not going to wear them the same way that you wore them 10 years ago now. So it's just being aware of the fact that your style is constantly evolving. For instance, I have one client who's a complete tomboy in her style. When I first started working with her, and she worked in a male-dominated industry that was very casual, so she really didn't need to try, and you know, she didn't really need to be dressed up in any way. She didn't need to be feminine. She didn't want to be. I mean, at that point, with where she was in her career, she really wanted to fit in. And so she had a really simple, boring wardrobe, and she was ready for a change. She was ready to stand out. She was ready to not just fit in, and she really wanted to get to the next level in her career. So when we first started working together, it was about adding fun, color, fitted pieces, a little bit of feminine. And now, 5 years later, as she's really coming into her own, like back then when she first started to hire me, or when she first hired me, it was like her stepping. It was taking those first steps, sort of what the Style Power program is all about. It's just giving you the tools to take those first steps to defining your style, to exploring who you are and how you want to show up. And then you can start diving deeper as you go. So now 5 years later, she's coming to her own, creating a life on her own terms, and her style is getting a bit edgier and classic. So there's a little bit of feminine, but moving actually a little bit away from the feminine and into the blend of classic and edgy, which is exciting for me because I feel like when someone's ready to be a bit edgier, they're willing to take more risks. That's when they're really confident in themselves and in their own style. So she's got a little bit of feminine, but it's with more of a cool factor. And she's still in the same male-dominated industry, but she's also setting the style standard. I think it's really cool because she's told me that they're in her office, since she started dressing up more, people notice. And so there's other women in the office setting, not necessarily higher-level people, but other women who started dressing up more because she was. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's like that sort of trickle-down effect of what I do, and that's one reason why I love the fact that I might work with women that are high-level executives, but it really does trickle down to the women that look up to them and that will eventually be in those high-level positions as well. Again, this is the whole point behind the Style Power program. You might be one of those women who's starting to move up the ranks or is really building her business to a place where she's going to be the leader in the industry soon in the next couple years, but you really need to create that style and create that image and branding for yourself so that you can get there too, and you need to take those first steps now. And now my client is in a leadership role, so it really is important for her to set the standard, but she was already prepped to be there to show up in style well before she was actually in the leadership role. And I have another client who lives in a rural town and was a total hippie who could care less about style when I first started working with her. I mean, really, it was like, no, like, trust me, just try this. When we first started working together. She has a successful coaching business and had it, at the time, it was about 6 figures. and had previously had a successful creative career before transitioning to coaching. And we added some polish and quality to her wardrobe as well as color. She didn't have much need for a big wardrobe, as her town is not really known for its fashion sense, but she did need things for speaking on stage and video and just that presence of who she is as a business coach for her branding. And now, 5 years later, she's so clear on what she likes and has so integrated the tools that I teach my clients as we all go along that she can throw together a rockin' outfit completely on her own, and I'll be like complimenting her, like, oh my God, that's amazing, where did you get that, you know? I don't have to have my hands taking care of everything. Really, a part of like the reason why I do it the way that I do is because I just don't want you to waste your time and spend your valuable time doing these things that really don't add value. But if it's something that you're doing for like fun or a brain break or whatever, fine, you know, I totally get that. And anyways, this client, she does wear everything in her wardrobe, from Eileen Fisher to DVF. So there's really a broad range, and all my clients have very different style sensibilities. And it's just finding out, like, okay, where are they now? How can I push them a little bit further? And then give them the tools so then they can start pushing themselves a little bit further. So depending on where you're at in your life and career, you're going to have different needs. As you get more visible and receive more social invitations or speaking invitations, you're going to need to have more depth in your wardrobe. But if you're just starting out, you can get away with less and just working the mixing and matching angle that we go over in the program. And the bottom line to having a wardrobe you love is having fun with it and getting support, and if you feel like you need it. And the last thing I want for you to do is to spend more money on clothes that you never wear. I would challenge you to go into your closet and add up the total for all the clothes that have tags on them. I mean, is it a couple $100? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? Depending on price points, you know, it could be upwards of $1,000. I had one client that I worked with. Thank God she had the tags on, because she actually could return them, because they were like Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom buys, and I was like, return these pieces. They were not quite right for her, and it was at least $1,500 worth of clothes. So that more than paid for my service. Of course, then we went shopping, but it really helped with her budget for that. And to see how, wow, like those are expensive. I don't want to call them mistakes because you're learning from them, but it's expensive is the bottom line. So go into your closet and add up the total for all the clothes that have tags on them, and then think about it deeper than just the money spent, but also the time that you spent going to the store and trying them on, and then probably trying them on a few times after that to try and create outfits around it, and then just not really loving it, so you put it back in your closet, or it ends up on your floor for a little while before it goes into your closet. But for me, it's really about saving you time as much as it is saving you the money. So it's just recognizing that and being kind to yourself to realize that you are constantly evolving as a person, especially if you're doing a lot of inner work and you're really you're pushing yourself to learn more as you want to move up and get to the next level in your career and business. You're continuing to push ourselves. And as women, we tend to be really hard on ourselves. And I want you to be kind to yourself, actually, because you, maybe like I said, you made a mistake with something that you purchased, but it's an opportunity for you to learn. What was it about that item that you were drawn to? There was something about it that made you want to buy it. Or maybe it was just on sale and you're like, oh, this is a great deal and this is a really cool designer, so I should buy it because this is a good opportunity. And in reality, it's just you're trying to make something work that wasn't quite you because you thought it would be cool. And that's really like why it's important for us to find your style. You know, DVF may be great for you, but there are different pieces of DVF that might be better than others. So just because you find a great DVF dress on sale doesn't mean that that is the DVF dress for you. So I really want you to be mindful of that when you go out and go shopping, and just be kind to yourself for these learning opportunities that you had with your wardrobe in your closet as you were, you know, working on trying to build a wardrobe you love on your own. And that's why I created the Style Power program, because I know not everyone can afford to work with me one-on-one, And I don't expect you to. And I really wanted to make this something that was accessible, both from a time piece as well as a money piece. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about, and I touched on this a bit earlier, but think about how much time and money you have spent on things that are not quite right for you and that end up sitting in your closet. You know, driving to the store, trying things on, perusing the store, and then trying things on, and then bringing it back home, and then time spent in front of your closet trying to figure out what to wear, pulling it on, taking it off, trying it again another day, and it's still not working quite right. Because, you know, that's like probably at least 3 hours right there, if not more. And the way that I set up the program is that there's a Sunday style video each week for 8 weeks. And these video trainings are going to be 5 to 15, maybe 20 minutes, but really I wanted to get to the point. And then there's 3 weekly challenges. And some weeks we're going to have to dive deeper, and it's going to take a little bit more time because we're actually going through the process of cleaning out your closet. And then we're going through the process of styling your closet. But those are fun. I mean, how great does it feel when you clean out your closet? And then you get support from me. So if you have an item that you are not 100%, should I keep it or should I donate it, you can take a picture of yourself in the item and you can upload it to the Facebook group so that you can get the love and support from other people, but I'm going to be there guiding you. And we can certainly address it on one of the 4 live Q&A calls that we have throughout the 8 weeks together. So the weekly investment of time is anywhere from 45 minutes to maybe 90 minutes. Like, I really want to make this like efficient and maximizing your time. My background is in business. I whip out terms like return on wear, which is in relation to return on investment. Your clothes are an investment in your future because they are a part of your personal brand. They are not superficial because it's part of how you express yourself. So really, we're going to dive into how do you want to be seen? How do you want to be heard? What do you want to communicate when you show up? Because your communication speaks even before you open your mouth with your physical presentation. Whether you like it or not, how you show up and your presence and your clothes really do make a difference. So this investment of 45 minutes to 90 minutes a week, I mean, if it can save you 3 hours of turmoil over one item times however many of those items that are in your closet, so, you know, maybe 300 hours, it's really like, think about the cost of the future time spent buying pieces that are not quite right because they're on sale, because you're trying to fit a mold, or because you're trying to find something last minute for an event, which is so annoying and pretty much everything that I'm against. I want you to build a wardrobe so that if you do get a last minute invite to an event, you have something in your closet. You have at least a great cocktail dress, and you can switch up the accessories so that you can wear it again even if someone has seen you in it already. I don't care, you know. I wear a lot of my items over and over again, like you've probably seen this necklace, because I really want you to see that, like, you don't have to have a giant wardrobe to have a great wardrobe and to be able to have something for any occasion. And that's why we go into building a wardrobe you love action plan one of the weeks, so that you can know, okay, these are the pieces that I have, this is a great foundation, this is a jumping off point. Now what do I need to really maximize my wardrobe? Again, another business term, because I really do want to get you the most value out of your wardrobe and out of your time. Because your time should be spent with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, doing things that inspire and help you get more creative, and building your business, building your career, doing the things that are really important, that bring in the money or bring in some sort of soul satisfaction. And the beauty of it all is that it can be done on your own time. So even though you're getting the Sunday style video on Sunday, with my intention for you to carve out 20 minutes on a Sunday when maybe someone can be watching the kids, or, you know, it's like, for me, Sundays is when I get to just like lounge and read something inspiring and have a cup of tea, whereas I don't get to spend as much time doing that during the week. So taking that time for yourself, a little bit of self-care, and again, it's just about 20 minutes. So make it something indulgent. Have a cup of coffee or tea or a scone or something lovely while you're taking the training. And then for the 3 weekly style calls, so that's 3 a week times 8 weeks, but for each challenge, I'm sorry, I said style call. So for the weekly challenges that you get, 3 each week, there's a lot of journaling and diving deeper, but these take 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. So it's not a huge amount of time each week. And then we have the style calls, which that's a bit more of an investment in time, but you're getting to pick my brain, which is so invaluable considering what I charge my clients for their packages. I mean, packages go up to $18,000, and you can take advantage of this time to walk me through a challenge or ask about a specific event, or, I mean, these are all video hangouts. So if you are wearing pieces and you want to get advice on that because I want to see and connect with you because I care about you and your progress, well then, that's a perfect opportunity for that. Not to mention all the daily support that you're going to get in the Facebook group, which you can do on the fly. You know, you can do, like, if you have pictures, you took selfies getting dressed in the morning, post them, not while you're driving, but maybe while you're waiting in line for your coffee. You know, I'm all about, like, sneaking in a little bit of work, a little bit of something here and there, because I get it. We're all busy women. It's just a matter of what is the priority for you now. And maybe this isn't the priority for you now, but I want to challenge you to think about why it's not the priority. Because sometimes what it is that it's exactly what this program is about, style power. And you're still holding back and resisting being seen. So think about if that's what it is, or if it really is something that's like, no, I really am committed to doing this, but it's just not, now is not the best time. Well, what I will say to that is that I don't know for sure when I will be doing this program again live so that you get all of this support from me, and I don't know what the price is going to be. Likely I'll be a lot busier and it's going to go up. So I really, really, really would encourage you to do this now and just find a way to carve out the little bits of time for yourself, because one of the biggest lessons that I've learned throughout my years of being an entrepreneur, and I really don't know if I would have learned this if I'd stayed corporate, but is that I have to take care of myself first, or I can't show up and be the person that I want to be for the people in my life, for my friends, family, colleagues, clients. I really have to make sure that I carve out time to take care of myself so that I can take care of everything else in the way that I want to be showing up and taking care of things. So I really encourage you to think about that. And I think one of the questions that came up actually was all about the time and money. You know, so I actually just addressed this, and this is because I was thinking forward to it. A question that came up is, what if I can't afford it now? Will I be doing this again? Well, yes, I'll probably do this again. When, again, I don't know. And as far as the affording it piece, I'm offering a payment plan. This is a promo just for my list. So right now it's $6.95, and if you sign up today, Friday, May 16th, using the code STYLEPOWER, you get $150 off, so it's $545. Plus, I really, really want this to reach a lot of women. So I'm offering a bring a friend option, and your friend can sign up for $195, and then you too can split the cost of the program for whatever price you paid plus $595. And did I mention there are payment plans too? I'm really, really trying to make this accessible for you. Again, I believe this is a lot of my story. I've shared that I was really shy growing up. I definitely had instances with mean girls and times when I had no friends. And so being shy really wasn't, it made it harder. So growing up, my style was my armor. And I've always been particular. I had, you know, style is not something that is learned, innate, really. It's not something you're born with. It's something that's learned, because there are people around you that are stylish, that care about these things. And there were people around them that did. I mean, it's because of my mom and my grandma, and before my grandma, my great-grandma. You know, it really comes down through the generations, that it's in my blood and in my genes that way because I was exposed to it. And my mom knew from a young age that she could not pick out my clothes. But she gave me a budget so that I could start building a wardrobe I loved from a young age. And even from elementary school, middle school, high school, I always dressed up because that was how I felt more confident. It just helped me steel myself. If I knew that I looked good and felt good, then I could do it, even if I didn't want to. So it always helped me step out of my comfort zone, which is where you are always going to grow the most. So that's my little spiel for you on that. I really would encourage you to please take advantage of this promo that I have going for you now, because I care. I want you to do this today. And again, this program starts June 22nd, too. So you still have like another month to get yourself in order to start carving out the time. In fact, that gives me an idea. I would challenge you, if you want to sign up for this program and you do take the action to do this, start carving out the 20 minutes on a Sunday morning to read something inspiring by yourself. You know, ask the husband to take the kids downstairs for a little bit. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to do that if that means that you are recharged and a better mom, or a better girlfriend, or a better friend, or simply just wife, maybe. And then, you know, carving out the 10 minutes on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whenever it is that works for you. Or maybe it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or maybe it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever it is, to find those 10 minutes to do those other weekly style challenges. And start taking care of yourself that way. I think that's a fun challenge, personally. All right, let's see, what other questions do we have? Do I have to do the videos on Sunday? Well, I kind of already answered this question, but I'll say it again. You know, this is meant to be something that is accessible just financially as well as for the time commitment. So even though there's still an investment, and that's because you need to invest in yourself to be able to move forward and grow, but you don't have to do them on a Sunday. If you have to wait and push everything out a week, that's fine. You know, I mean, the Q&A calls are going to be open for you, so whatever is coming up, that's when you can address them. So if you need to do it on a Monday or Tuesday, a Friday, a Saturday, do it on your own time. Try to keep up with us, but definitely, like, you can do it in your own time. And I think that's it. Surprisingly, we didn't have any actual style questions come up, but we'll get to those on the live calls. And I look forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this Style Power program. I'll post a link below the video so that you can sign up. And I will include the code that is, remember, it's only good until midnight tonight Pacific time, to save the extra $150 off. And don't forget to invite a friend. Because first of all, you save money. Second of all, you get to have a style accountability partner. So you have someone going through the process with you. So when it comes time to cleaning out the closet, you can help each other clean out your closets. How much fun is that? I mean, come on. This is playing with clothes, people. It's fun, but it's also really important, because this is what will help create the catalyst for you to really step into your power and get to that next level of personal and professional success. If you can't tell, I feel passionately about this, and I am here to help you. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to witnessing you step into your power. Until then, au revoir. A bientôt.